That's the challenge. In the back of this book is, go ahead and turn to page 56. What do you see on page 56? Oh, this book. Come on, this is an easy question. The same thing. We've got another copy of this in here so that you can have your child take the survey and compare it. What does your child? What does your child say compared to what you say? And where are the differences? Here's 100 for what? Win. Okay. So right now, so my son of the Director of Training for Positive Coaching Alliance, is going to give a lot of points to win. He's not going to give 100. But he's also not going to give 0. And you know why I know that? I had him do the exercise. He gave some points. So why might our kids give more points to winning than we do as parents?
Because they're kids. They're in the moment. They don't know the life piece that you learn when you're older than 11. And they don't see how things fit together the same way.
Okay.
They don't have the life lessons. All they have is the life lessons.
They don't have the all-knowing knowledge that we adults have been through. Yeah, back there.
Our culture values winning.
And how is that manifested? Our culture values winning. So how does that filter into our kids' brains?
The playground the next day.
On the playground the next day?
Yeah.
Okay? No uniforms, no referees, no standings, and they really want to win, and some kid's getting upset because he thought he was safe when everyone else thought he was out.
I've heard other kids' parents ask my kids, so how'd your game go? Did you guys win?
What's
That's a
that?
question. Yeah.
That's what happens every day.
Every day. After the game's over, we head over to the pizza parlor. A stranger sees your son or daughter in uniform. They're trying to be friendly. They're not trying to promote a win-at-all-cost culture. But what do?
Did you guys win today?
Did you win? You know, and so, okay, then what about when they're watching TV, when they're reading about sports in the newspaper?
They don't put all the losers on the newspaper. It's all the winners that are getting put on pedestals and glorified. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
But also they're athletes. They're the athletes, but the athletes want to win when they're playing the game. And they're going to want to win more as they get older.
Yes.
They're going to want to win more. And as they get older, they get into high school, they're going to, if they're fortunate enough to play, they're going to want to win more. College, and then even pros, it becomes a job. And the pros are going to give 100% win. Because they have to, because that's their job. Right?
Not all will give 100% to win. And it's a little bit of it is semantics. Many great champions tell you that when they're competing, their focus is not on winning. If they want to win, they want to win. But why aren't they focused on winning in that moment? They're focused on the process. There's more important things for them to focus on during the competition. Okay, what is my responsibility? What is my routine? What's the best pitch to call? Not, gosh, if we don't get this guy out, we lose. That's a distraction.
But they're not filling this out when they're playing the game.
Right.
So it's what they're thinking is the most important thing. I mean,
I'm talking about pro athletes now. Some of them do have the maturity to fill this out and say, Rafael Nadal. Anybody recognize that name? Okay. He finally breaks through and beats Roger Federer. Is it Roger Federer? He finally broke through and won his first U.S. Open. Am I telling the story correctly a couple of years ago? And he's interviewed, and hey, people didn't know if you would ever win the U.S. Open, if you'd ever surpass Roger Federer. It's been quite a rivalry. How does it feel to be better than Roger finally? And he goes, comparisons between Roger and I are silly. I'm trying to do one thing. It's get better at tennis. This is a guy who currently is probably the second best tennis player in the world, and at that time was the best tennis player in the world. Yes, he wanted to win, and he was fiercely competitive. He also understood that simply wanting to win wasn't going to get him that far, that there was a process that he had to be dedicated to and focus on, and that actually focusing on improvement would lead him to more championships and the results, the winning that he eventually wanted. So thank you all so much for jumping in on this conversation. That's exactly what's supposed to happen here, is we're hearing from a lot of folks. Okay, I mentioned that, your kids' goals. So our kids are going to you said our kids might give winning a lot of points. All the more reason for us as parents and for your coaches to make sure that the winning stays in perspective. Because like one of the moms said back there, winning does not guarantee fun. And once it stops being fun, kids will look for something else to do. 70% of kids drop out of youth sports by the age of 13. The biggest difference between those who stay in sports and those who drop out, the research says, is support. Support makes the difference. What does that mean to you? What are these researchers talking about when they say support makes the difference? What do you think? Emily?
Well, like parents supporting their kids instead of being like, oh, that was an okay game. And like they're like, you did great, try, like, you could do a little better, but that was a great game. And like they're not putting them down even more that they feel like they're losing.
Emily, at Stanford, they took years and years of research and interviewing to come to that conclusion. Okay? You're making those professors at Stanford look bad. But that is exactly the type of support the researchers were talking about. The kind of support that parents provide.
Parents play a very key role in their kids enjoying sports. I can only speak for what my parents did, and my parents life didn't revolve around swimming. It took up a ton of our time. Swimmers spend way too much time in the pool, but our life didn't revolve around it. So no matter what, if I had a good meet or a bad meet, we were still going to the pizza parlor at the end for the big party. And that, to me, just was like the grounding that I needed. So, once we left the swimming, we didn't talk about swimming or times or disappointment or achievement or whatever. It was literally, what do you want on your pizza? And here's, 10 quarters to go play some video games. So I think what parents' role is really to be there when the kids need them, to support them and match their support and commitment to their sport. That's what my parents did. And most importantly, provide that other side of life. Make sure that their kids have a well-rounded, balanced life. And, just be happy for them. But the great thing about swimming was I had times, and I had tiny little goals along the way. So if you can be knowledgeable about the sport, enough to know what their goal times are, what they're working towards, I think that shows that you care about them and their sport.
So this Olympic champion had parents that supported but did not smother. When the race was over, the race was over, and it wasn't in the car ride home. Summer, if you would have swum the first 2 laps a little faster, okay? Support but not smother was the experience that Summer got from her parents. I want you to turn to page 17 of Positive Sports Parenting. And if you don't have a book, maybe you can look on with someone who does. I have, this is my copy, but I'd like to have it back. I want you to read what it says there about the growth mindset. I just want you to read it to yourself. I'll give you just a couple minutes.